I know what I think of the final scene. Anybody else gonna?
You don't want to divulge what you think?
You put yourself on the spot. Like, you asked for this.
What I love and respect about David's answer is that he will never answer, right? It's every possibility was in the room, and then we turned the TV off. But I believe he was shot. When I sort of directed some of the scenes, with that in mind. So.
I have never had that emotional reaction watching television before, of just being suspended and staring at the screen, and that incredible sense of suspension and wanting to continue. So just that emotional moment for me was all I needed. I don't want to know.
I think it's so brilliant to leave it open-ended. There's so many factors. Like, do you think Tony's a good guy? Do you think Tony's a bad guy? Do you want him to live in hell, kind of having that anxiety, always looking over his shoulder, or do you want him to die? So there's all these different things that you can think about it, which I think is what's brilliant about it. It's whatever sort of fate you believe is better or worse and which one he deserves. That's sort of how I always took it.
I imagine in the original run of the show, I can only imagine like how frustrating that must have been to get to the end of something. And also nobody was used to those kinds of ambiguous, poetic, open-ended, that's not how TV ends. We wanted
tied with a bow.
Yeah, so that was very, very new. So I can imagine how frustrating it was back then, but now, what's good is all the people that are binge watching now, there's podcasts, David has talked about it, and there's there's things you can find out there. He slipped once or twice, you know what I mean? That as soon as I finished watching the series, I went and I had all that information. There's college courses about it now, so there's so much information. There's like a conversation that you can jump into now.
I got a D-, by the way.
Yeah, in the college course.
Yeah.